Good morning, everybody. Back here to the pond build. We got equipment running. We're going to use the 220 and the dozer today. The 330, when I filled it up with DEF yesterday, threw a code, which I'm hoping it's maybe like a DEF sensor or something like that. Anyway, Jeremiah's going to come out here and plug into that and see what the deal is with that. So it's currently in limp mode. I can get it out, but I want him to actually figure out what the problem is so that doesn't happen again. So 220 it is this morning. We're going to go down here and start digging some more pond, laying it back. Dylan's going to take the dozer, spread that clay out, and then we'll start back working on the pond dam. I'm here this morning cutting a little bit of dirt out and laying it up here to blend into the hillside, kind of raise that up a little bit. And it's a little bit hard digging this stuff. I'm on this slick mud. It keeps trying to pull me into the hole there I'm digging every time I take a scoop. But I'll get enough dirt packed here in front of the tracks here in a minute. It'll calm down a little bit. So just trying to raise this up about 16, 18 inches there to soften that slope some. Then I'm going to start cutting some more of that material back off the top and laying it for the back edge there. That kind of wetter, muddy stuff. Right here I'm not too worried about it, just kind of blending it all together since I'm just spreading it into the hillside. And then we will start digging the core trench again and laying more dirt up there for the pond dam and pushing that in place with the dozer. Close to this corner, and we stripped all the topsoil off. I got it pushed back up there so we can just kind of push it back over here at the end and cover that up. So I got all this mud stripped off, which was a lot of mud. Now I'm going to work on this section of the dam. I'm going to take this dirt, pile it up right here, and he's coming behind me there with the dozer. After I do a section and knocking it down, tracking it in. Jeremiah's running late. I am missing the 330 because it digs a lot faster. But use what you got here. I dug a many a ponds with a 220 set. Just takes a little bit more time. This is some sticky dirt though. Man, does it stick into the bucket. Get this big chunk of root out. So I had to pile all the mud up over there, so it's way higher than it needs to be, but once we get the dam put in and kind of know some grades, I'm still just kind of doing all this by eyeball. And then I can blade that down at the end, or probably end up with the smooth cleanup bucket on the excavator, smashing it down there and blending it into the slope. This is probably some of the best material you could ever get for a pond dam. It's definitely not nice to work with, but it is some ooey gooey stuff that will not let water through it. So put that in there. I'm just scratching about a 2 foot deep, 2 to 3 foot deep little core trench here as I go, throwing it here to the side. I don't feel like it's, you know, necessary too terribly much, but just make sure there's no roots or anything that it could seep through. Really, all I was worried about was scraping that all that mud topsoil off, because that stuff's a little bit sandier, therefore it'll kind of sometimes try to leak through that. So having all that removed really doesn't make me too worried about this thing leaking. As you can tell, there's plenty of moisture in the ground, and that's not going to be a problem. We're at the very bottom of the hill down there. Well, the creek's still a few hundred feet away, but we're getting down into that lower elevation where the ground just stays more wet. Bucket full and drop it down. It's going to be a nice little pond. It's going to be a little bit bigger than I was expecting, but I'm sure that'll be fine with Jeff. He's like, can you make it bigger? Can you make it bigger? I was like, bigger costs more money. He said, I think it's fine. To transfer a little more up there to that where we started. I can see that it's low, but we got to start getting some of this put in here and raised up first. So. All right, well, I'm going to keep on digging my way backwards. Changed it up and went ahead and dug the core trench all the way around, and now I'm sitting up here on top of this pile of dirt that I laid back yesterday, and I'm throwing that over there in front of him while he spreads it out and puts in the first lift there. So all this is working good. As you can tell, he's tracking that in. That's backing in great. And that'll be our first lift. Trench is filled in and about 6 or 8 inches above where I cut out. And then we'll come back and put another lift on top of that. I'll probably set the laser up after this, shoot a couple grades, and just kind of see exactly what we're working with, and that way I know kind of where I need to cut stuff out. I think I need a little bit more back up there, so I prefer to use this dirt down here, and if I have to transfer that back, it's right there. It's closer to do so. Tipping over, nope. Some heavy dirt. see the shape of the pond now. I like the way it's looking. Let's see if I can't get a little more level here so I'm not tipping over every time I swing over, sitting on top of this pile of loose dirt at an angle. There we go. Much better. More better. More better. And we'll just keep moving dirt until we get this connected and then start another lift. It's nice not to have a dump truck, literally just push and bail. Pond dam needs about 12 more inches of dirt. I'm just kind of raking that muddy topsoil out, reaching over here, pulling this front edge up and some more out of the pond. Dylan's spreading that dirt. Jeremiah looked at the excavator. We're currently letting it run. It appears to be a depth quality sensor has gone bad, so the 330 is now derated. And yeah, joy to the world, I get to finish the pond with the 220, but that's why it's here. Keep on working. Okay, back from lunch here and cutting some more dirt out. I was up top reaching over, pushing down, or pulling it up. Now I'm back to right here. That needs about another 18 inches or so, so we're just going to push all that in. And so I'm laying the dirt up there to him, and he is spreading it out. I'll kind of trim everything out. The Hyundai excavator needs a depth purity quality sensor. I don't know what the deal is, but it's not it's currently in lit mode, so that kind of sucks. I literally brought the machine back here and used it a day, which, I mean, we got a lot done yesterday, but it would definitely speed this up if it was currently running. But the old 220 Volvo is going to save the day. Keep plucking away at it. I'm telling you that once you get used to a 80,000 pound excavator moving dirt, anything else feels like a mini. A little mini excavator. Dylan to go up there and check on the 330 and see if something reset. I've had it do it before and reset, but I'm gonna go with no. We're not spinning around in circles or anything, so doesn't look promising that I'm going to be digging with that anymore today. Nope. Oh well. It'll sit right there until Jeff gets the other side of the road, and then we'll have plenty of work to do there. the grading bucket on the excavator here. I'm going to pull this front slope back a little bit and lay some dirt up here so he can kind of spread that out. We need a little more dirt down there on that end. So I'm just trying to pull this back, get it transferred down here the easiest way possible. Thought about using the track loader, but I swear it's just as fast to push it with the dozer. So that's what we're going to do. He's coming behind me there with the dozer, but I'll get him to come around here once I lay some dirt over here and start pushing back that way, and then I'm going to go over there. I'm not going to be able to cut all this dirt out. He won't have enough room. But then I'm going to go over there and start dressing that bank over there up, throwing that dirt up there on the shoreline and getting that where it needs to be. I love this cleanup bucket for this stuff right here. It does such a great job. As you can tell, we're only like 3 feet above ground right there, if that. Well, about 4 feet, but water's 2 feet down, so literally only about 2 feet above original ground with the dirt here. So, like I said, it is mostly just a hole in the ground. It's actually a deeper hole than I was thinking it was going to be. It's actually taken more dirt to raise that up over there than I was expecting. In return, ended up with a nice little pond here. Still probably close to ½ acre. And we are finishing out the day, almost 5 o'clock. I was able to run all the way around the pond and pull those edges back, get that slicked up. He's trimming the dam out. I am going to pull a little bit more of this mud back, come back tomorrow and finish grading that out, spread that topsoil out, and finish slicking the mud up here on the back side of the dam, trim everything out. And if it's dry enough, maybe put a little bit of topsoil in the dam. If not, wait till I get back in town.